Hello everyone, my name's Joelle and this is your short yoga practice that is going to be perfect for you if you are a runner looking to find more space and mobility in all of the relevant parts of the body. So we'll get started lying down on our backs with both feet flat, closing the eyes, starting to breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Now bring your right calf and place it on top of your left kneecap and use that knee to kind of massage into that calf area. And for those of us who are runners like me, you might immediately find some tight areas you want to focus on, or you could work the leg all the way down from the knee to the ankle if that feels nice. And then we'll simply switch sides, placing left calf on top of right kneecap. So I do have a full playlist of videos for runners on my channel, pre and post run, yin yoga, videos that target all those areas that tend to get painful and tight for runners. But today is just really about a regular practice you can come back to anytime you just want a little bit of freedom in the body. And now let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. Prop the left foot up just onto the ball of the foot, lifting the heel, and use the hands to get into that calf again. So another little massage, feeling into the inside and outside. And then letting that go, cross left ankle over right knee, lift up your right heel to bring the foot in a little bit closer to the body. And start massaging into that left calf with both hands. So starting out gently. Really nice. And then let's extend both legs up towards the sky. You can keep a bend in the knees and start taking some ankle circles, taking 4 in one direction. And then you can reverse that circle with those ankles going the other way. Just articulating through that joint, pointing the toes. Now release that movement and just kick out your legs, just warming up into the knees here, giving yourself a little bit of freedom of movement. And releasing, we'll catch hold behind the thighs, roll our way up, and make your way to hands and knees. And a few rounds of cat-cow here, so tuck your toes under, and inhale to arch the back, looking up, and exhale to press the floor away with your hands doming through the upper spine. And just a few more, inhaling, arch. Exhale, release the neck, the jaw, the tongue as you round. And let's do one more here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back to a neutral spine, just walk your hands forward, keep your hips roughly over your knees, and come into puppy pose. So the forehead and the chest are sinking in the direction of the mat. Of course, when we run, we tend to hunch forwards a little bit, so this is a nice counter stretch for the upper body, the shoulders, the chest. Breathing deeply here. And then you can lift your way back up, back to hands and knees. And with those toes tucked under, we'll lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. And just pedal it out here, pressing one heel towards the floor and then the other. You could shake out your neck a little bit if that feels good. Keeping all 10 fingertips pressed against the mat. And then just start to walk those hands back in the direction of your feet. Again, keep a soft bend in the knees as you hold on to opposite elbows and just sway the upper body left and right. If you want to get into those hamstrings a little bit more, of course, you can always play around with straightening the legs a little bit, but it's not necessary. Now release your sway and just straighten one leg out and then the other. So again, the legs don't have to go completely straight. This is an intense wake-up call for those hamstrings, maybe for the calves as well. And let's take 2 more on each side. And the next time your right leg is straight, just hold it straight just for a few breaths here, keeping the left knee bent. Upper body very heavy. And then switching side, straightening left leg, bending right. And then bend both legs. Bring the hands back to the mat so you can walk your way back to an all-fours position. And then step your right foot forward in between the hands. You might scoot that back knee back a few inches for this low lunge. You can keep the fingertips on the mat if you would like as you squeeze through the back glutes. Or you could walk yourself up onto that front knee. Feeling a deep stretch in the left hip flexors, getting into the psoas muscle. And now cactus out your left arm, bending at the elbow. On your next inhale, reach up and over towards the right. And then exhale, pull that elbow back down into cactus. And a few more here. So inhale, reach, and exhale to bend. Intensifying that stretch on every inhale as you reach just that little bit further. And then let that go. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Angle it out towards the side at a diagonal as you drop the left hip in the direction of the mat. So you're supporting yourself on your left hand. You can bring the right hand maybe to rest on your right thigh or knee. Looking back over your right shoulder here. Good stretch for the IT band and the side of the hip. And then shifting our way back to hands and knees, rock it out, swaying those hips from side to side, allowing yourself a smile perhaps. Before stepping left foot forward for that low lunge. Keeping fingertips on the mat, squeezing through the right glutes. Or of course, option to bring the hands up onto that front thigh. And getting ready for that little flow again. So you can open your right arm out to the side, bending at the elbow for that cactus shape. And then inhale to reach those fingertips up and over towards the left. Exhale to rebend that elbow. A few more, inhaling and reach. Exhale to bend. Noticing if this side may be a little bit more accessible or more challenging than the first side. And very nice. Finish that movement, bringing both hands back down to the inside of your left foot, angling it out, coming onto the blade of that left foot as you release the right hip in the direction of the mat. Staying strong through that right arm, pressing the shoulder blades down, and looking back at your back foot. One of my favorite stretches to do regularly as a runner myself. And then replant that left hand. We'll make our way back into hands and knees. Again, rock it out. Any little wiggles or movements that feel good to you. And then flex your right foot, kick it up towards the ceiling. And keeping that knee extended, we're just going to straighten the leg and re-bend, bringing the foot towards the glute. So take that movement a few times here, really strengthening through the back of that leg. And then setting that knee back down, we'll switch sides, kicking the left foot up towards the sky and then out behind you. Try to keep the thigh and the knee at the same level here. So it's just the lower leg that's moving, and your glutes and hamstrings doing all the work. And then let that go. Come to a seated position, any seat you would like, and we'll take a few more cat-cows in this seat. So inhaling to look up, arch the spine, exhaling to round. Just notice if perhaps the sensations are a little bit different from your seated position compared to when we were on all fours earlier. And then straightening up the spine. Bring both hands behind you. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide for butterfly. Opening up through the chest, shining the heart forward. And just bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Gentle neck stretch here. Not too much attention paid to the neck for runners. And then bringing right ear towards right shoulder. Still keeping the shoulder blades pressed down behind you. And release that. Widen the feet just a little bit so you can windshield wiper the knees from left to right. A little bit of movement in those hips, lower back. And then coming back to a comfortable seat, roll the shoulders back, and all together let's inhale the hands to the sky and exhale them down to heart center. And thank you so much for joining me. I would encourage you to click the first link in the description box below to get my free Tight Hips Fix video. And I will also link to the full playlist of my Yoga for Runners practices. I hope to see you again soon for this one. Have a wonderful day.